It's time for Waking Up with Wesley. Today's forecast and weather-wise discussion with WLOX First Alert Weather's senior meteorologist, Wesley Williams.
Waking Up with Wesley is sponsored by Exclusive Auto Brokers. For the best deals on wheels, visit Exclusive Auto Brokers on Beatline Road in Long Beach.
All right, hello there, South Mississippi, and thank you for waking up with Wesley. I'm senior meteorologist Wesley Williams. So this morning, we are starting off with a good amount more sunshine than we had yesterday morning. However, that might be about to change as I am watching some clouds approaching from the north. We can take you to that satellite view. This is right there from the National Weather Service. You can see some of these clouds over parts of South Mississippi. The majority of the state of Mississippi is underneath cloud cover on Thursday morning. But just right along the coast, basically from Diamond Head Bay, St. Louis, through Gulfport, Biloxi, through parts of Ocean Springs, Gautier, Pascagoula, that's where we're seeing some sunshine. But if you go a little bit to the north of I-10, it's pretty cloudy this morning over Wiggins, pretty cloudy this morning near Lucedale, and also pretty cloudy this morning near Poplarville. So not everyone getting in on the sun that is along the coast, but those that are getting in on that sunshine sure are enjoying that this morning. We can take a look at the latest on what to expect as we head into the next 3 days. You can see isolated showers and storms are a possibility today, and then we get some higher rain chances beginning overnight tonight into Friday. And by the time we get to Saturday, there might be some places that pick up some heavier rain amounts, so don't be caught off guard by that. The reason for these higher rain chances is mainly because of an upper level disturbance that's off to our northwest. So here's the setup. There is an upper level high over parts of Texas, and with the clockwise wind circulation around that high, that's going to help to pull some of this rain down toward Mississippi at times today. Now here's the thing, most of the rain today might not make it all the way down to the coast, but it will have a much better shot of doing that heading into tomorrow. So that's why this rain map shows there might be some places that managed to miss out on the rain today into parts of tonight. But don't worry if you miss it, because you're going to see that chance increasing tomorrow. So there's a look at the rain chances for today. And we're planning on many rain-free hours for Thursday morning. You can see that chance for rain only at about 10%, so pretty nice start to the day. Now, as we take a look at the rain chance for this afternoon, there are going to be some places that see that increase, so that chance increasing to 30 to 40%. So we could see some of those isolated showers and storms popping up later today. So as we, time out your rain chances for Thursday, clearly the first part of Thursday, the better time to get in some outdoor activities that you don't want to be bothered by a few isolated storms popping up. Later today, that is the timing in which we are expecting to see a little bit of the higher rain chance for today. I got to tell you though, whatever rain chances we see today are not going to be as high as the chances we see tomorrow. There's a look at Friday, and you can see that much higher chance there, around 60% in most areas. So we are expecting to see scattered showers and storms with those higher rain chances on Friday. And folks, some of the rain could be on the heavier side. We're taking a look here at some of the model rain projected amounts. This is from now through the end of Friday night. So we just got a new run of this computer model in, and it looks like for now it's showing over South Mississippi, most places less than an inch of rain. But what a close call. You go one county to the east and it's showing Mobile County getting clobbered by that yellow color indicating 1 inch plus totals, and the orange and red colors indicating 2 to 3 inch rain totals. Now that's just one of the computer models. We actually have a separate one. Now the one you're looking at there goes through Friday night. This is one that will go all the way into Saturday and Saturday night. So it's a little bit more time. It's not a fair apples to apples comparison. This one has more time to put more rain on the map. But as you can see, the numbers on this model look a bit different. They're higher, and you can see most areas picking up an inch of rain, and some places picking up 2 to 3 inches of rain. So I think by the time we are done Saturday, Most of us will pick up about an inch of rain, and some could pick up about 2 to 3 inches of rain. As we take a look at the threat of flooding, with you're looking at that, it clearly speaks to the potential for a heavy rain threat. And the Weather Prediction Center is already beginning to highlight the areas they believe are at greatest risk of flooding. Now, there's a look at today's and tonight's map. You can take a close look at that and see where the target area is for flooding on Thursday and Thursday night. And that is expected to remain primarily to the north of the Mississippi coast. So that's good news for us today. The bullseye is going to be closer to Little Rock, Oklahoma City, Springfield, Shreveport. Those are places that have the bullseye today. But as we go closer to South Mississippi, we see that the majority of our area kind of spared. Now, sure, some heavier downpours can't be ruled out near Poplarville, Wiggins, and maybe near Loosedale. But watch what happens when we go from today to tomorrow. The threat expands. So we're seeing even more places with that potential for flooding heading into Friday and Friday night. Now, fortunately for most of us, that risk level is only a 1 out of 4. The higher the risk level means the higher the probability of flooding rain actually happening. So with it only being a 1 for most of us, hopefully most of us manage to be spared anything flooding-wise tomorrow. But note that there is that slightly higher risk for areas that are just to the north of our coastal 6 counties. So just keep in mind that potential is there. As we take a look at the futurecast, let's show you a little bit more of this timing. So today, isolated thunderstorms, if any at all, our rain chances about 20 to 40%. As you can see, some of those popping up in parts of the area for Thursday p.m. So you can see some of them maybe near Wiggins around 7 o'clock, 6, 7, 8 o'clock tonight. But then it starts to really pick up. Maybe we can see a heavy round overnight. That's around midnight, 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning. Might have a few heavy isolated storms popping up. And then a much more widespread area. It's going to be this area right here that we monitor producing some pretty heavy rain that's going to move in at some point tomorrow morning. Maybe before noon, you could wind up seeing a large area of heavy downpours in South Mississippi. You can see how that all just rolls right through. We can do a little bit more slowly for you, but again, just that 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. time frame would be when most of us begin to see pretty much the highest rain chance we've had this entire week. And you're looking at those just passing through the area on Friday. Now, this computer model tries to clear it out as we go to Friday evening and Friday night, and it actually keeps it fairly rain-free on Saturday. Now, it's not that far. Look at this large area of rain that's sitting near the coast, near Pensacola. That's less than 100 miles away. So if the model is wrong by just 100 miles away. So if the model is wrong by just 100 miles, then that would move all of that rain closer to us. So that's something to be mindful of. There's no guarantee that the rain might be that far offshore. It could be a little bit closer. In fact, that's what most of the models suggest. We can take a look at this is only one scenario, but there are multiple scenarios of how Saturday can go. And we can take a look at that right here with a couple of different scenarios. So the bottom scenario, scenario 2, that is the model we were just showing you, the GRAF. For Saturday morning, the GRAF model is showing, not much rain at all. But for Saturday morning, the European model is showing quite a bit of rain. So scenario 1, Saturday morning could be rainy. Scenario 2, Saturday morning could be pretty much fine. And then look at the middle of Saturday. Scenario 1 shows the middle of Saturday still pretty wet at times. Scenario 2 keeps it dry during the middle of Saturday. And then for the end of Saturday, finally some better agreement. Scenario 1 showing little to no rain, and scenario 2 also showing little to no rain. So, this first part of Saturday, the confidence is not that high in exactly how the forecast is going to wind up. So that's why we need to pay close attention, because there's that uncertainty in the forecast. And if you have some Saturday plans, it at least looks like it's going to be a possibility for the first part of the day to feature some continuation of rain showers and storms, some scattered storms. But maybe by the end of Saturday, we are seeing some hope in model agreement that there might be less of that. And, you know, it's kind of annoying, but the same type of model disagreement actually continues into the entire rest of the Labor Day holiday weekend. You can take a look at Sunday. We have one of our computer models up top, the GFS model, showing it with some rain on Sunday. And then another one, the European model down below, showing no rain on Sunday. Same thing happens for Labor Day Monday. This is just I usually don't show these graphics because this is what I kind of just look at on the back end while I'm constructing the forecast to see what kind of model agreement we're looking for or dealing with rather. And look, Labor Day Monday. Again, this looks a lot like the one for Saturday where you're looking at basically, you know, uncertainty for the first part of Monday. And then finally at the end of Monday, maybe the models agree, starting to dry out. So you can see this illustrated very well in this particular line graph, that difference between the GFS model and the European model. The GFS model is the one there in the pink color, and you can see that it's keeping us pretty rainy on Friday, on Saturday, on Sunday, on Monday, and also maybe a little bit on Tuesday before it finally levels out and dries things out heading into Wednesday and next Thursday. Whereas the European model keeps us with some rain on Friday, on Saturday, but then by the time we get to Sunday, and it's pretty much done. So that's what we're talking about, this discrepancy between the models. Which way are we going to go? This much difference, this much spread in the modeling creates this forecast uncertainty where it makes it very difficult for me to tell you how things are going to go Sunday and beyond. So on our 7-day forecast, this basically just shows up as a generally lower chance for rain. If the GFS is right, then we're just going to see a 60% Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. But we're trying to split between the two model scenarios. And so what this does is it does give a gradual decrease from Friday into Saturday, especially Saturday PM. I think Saturday morning you might still have some rain lingering, but Saturday PM, maybe we finally begin to see some of that decrease, and maybe some of that decrease continues Sunday into Monday. Most of the information kind of keeps the rain in there, and only the outliers show us catching that break for now. So something to keep in mind for your holiday weekend, that chance of rain sticking around. Well, that'll pretty much do it for today's edition of Waking Up with Wesley. I've been Senior Meteorologist Wesley Williams. We'll catch you again next time. Until then, take care.
Waking Up with Wesley has been sponsored by Exclusive Auto Brokers. For the best deals on wheels, visit Exclusive Auto Brokers on Beatline Road in Long Beach.